In January 2022, Geminis are making some kind of choice in a romantic relationship, and it looks like you're choosing yourself. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tawanantoinette. Today we're going to do your tarot reading for January. It can resonate for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, but I recommend checking your rising sign first. Just a few announcements before we begin this reading. The first one is that these readings will now be available via podcast. So if you would like to listen to tarot readings ad-free and also use your devices while you're doing that, feel free to check the link in the description and go check out that podcast. And the next announcement is that this is a collective reading, so please don't expect every single thing to relate to you in this reading. We're pulling on collective energy. That means there are thousands, millions of Geminis in the collective. Every single nuance may not resonate with you. Listen to the reading with that in mind, and remember to check your other placements. And last but not least, remember to like the video, like, share, subscribe, comment. Thank you for those who have. In the past, you have contributed to the channel growing, and this is how we continue to grow. So remember to like. Thank you so far for all of your likes and all the stuff that you've done with this channel. So with that said, let's begin. So Geminis, the situation is the Lovers, the Six of Cups, and the Three of Swords. And you know, I took my time to really think about this spread and to receive all the messages that I needed to receive from this, because it's almost like I'm doing this reading, I'm interpreting this reading in multiple ways for different ones of you in the collective. The first interpretation that I feel like is coming up for me is Geminis, you are dealing with making a choice in a relationship in January. And I feel like the choice is surrounding possibly some form of grief. So maybe letting this relationship go and going in hermit mode, isolating yourself, wanting to be independent, wanting to be by yourself and not really exchange, be in a reciprocal relationship with a person. But for some of you, I feel like it is an ex coming back around. Someone from the past may be resurfacing in January, and you may have to deal with the feelings associated with that connection. And the choice will then be, are you going to make a decision that is one that comes from a place of being stuck in a comfort zone of shared memories that you've probably already experienced with a person, or making another decision to not really give into this situation. We have the challenge being the Hermit, the Emperor, and the Six of Pentacles. So some of you are going to be dealing with an ex. Others of you are going to be dealing with a current partner who you're wondering, do I want to go to this situation? Do I not want to be in a relationship with this person and just focus on myself? So you're either in two groups of people. Now, at the root cause of the situation, Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. If you're dealing with an ex, someone coming back around to you in January, I feel like you're not interested, because at the root of it, you have someone new. There's someone new occupying that space in your life that you're a lot more excited about, and that you think the relationship is a lot more fruitful. At least that's what you think in your mind, and that's how you feel. I feel like some of you may have already made like quite a bit of an investment in a new relationship. So if an ex person comes around, you're not really having it, because you're like, I'm good where I'm at, I'm okay. In the next position, what's leaving is the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the Temperance. There's a truth that's coming out in January that I feel like will almost not make you feel stuck anymore, not make you feel restricted and trapped anymore. It almost feels like whether someone is giving you a truth or you are delivering this truth to someone. Let's just say the truth is, hey, I really don't want to be in a relationship right now. I would really like to focus on myself. It feels like a burden is lifted off of your shoulder after giving a truth to someone or receiving a truth from someone else. And then what's on the horizon is someone's making an offer to you in January and you're not having it. And here's this Lovers card again. Page of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Seven of Wands. It's almost like someone wants to give you, they're like, here, Gemini, I would love to do this. And you're like, no, I'm not interested. I have freedom of choice, I have free will, and I choose no. And you're fully committed to that no. And in the distant future, we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Four of Cups. Now, for those of you who are in a relationship right now, it almost feels like the cards are saying in the distant future, there are going to be feelings of rejecting a specific relationship, of wanting to be in Nine of Pentacles energy, which is independent, isolated, by myself, me and me alone kind of energy. For some reason, it looks like you're going into a space of like self-focus, and maybe this is at the detriment of a romantic relationship around you, because I can see that there are big changes coming in. It feels like you're going through some kind of transformation. And you know, sometimes when we're going through things, it's best for us to go through them alone. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this. In the next position, we have the, wow, this is a difficult reading, because I feel like I'm picking up on your energy, and it's, if you have to leave someone behind, I feel like you're doing it with a heavy heart. Like you really don't want to, but you're doing it because it's what's best for the both of you, or best for you. So your present attitude and energy is coming up as a Five of Cups, which is feeling sad, feeling feelings of regret, remorse, feeling basically down. There's no other way to put it, and the Five of Cups is just feeling down. If you look at this card, you see the guy with a black cloak on. Black is the color of mourning to many, and then all those cups are spilled and his head is just down, just looking at the ground. It's not up, it's not looking sideways, it's just looking down. This person is just thinking of all the things that they have lost. And clarifying that, we have the Two of Cups and the Tower. So it feels like you are having feelings of missing out on a relationship, losing someone you love, losing a relationship because of a Tower moment. And a Tower moment represents a surprising event. It represents an all of a sudden event, something just coming down and crashing into whatever you have going on. Oftentimes that looks like a sudden realization or a sudden thing that just brings an entire relationship down, or just causes something to crumble entirely. So it feels like there's a shakeup in a relationship around you. Some of you, this is going to be a spouse. It's not going to be an ex, it's going to be a spouse that you're dealing with, like your current person, and a shakeup in that relationship. And then the next position we have is your environment, which is the people and the events around you. And it's coming up as a Queen of Swords and the Knight of Wands. So it almost feels like there are two people here. One person is more passionate and the next person is a little bit cold. So let's pull some more. What's going on between these two people? One person is definitely very passion oriented and the next person is very detached. It could be that someone is coming back to you to give you some kind of romantic offer or have some kind of opportunity with you, and you're the one that's Seven of Pentacles we saw before, refusing that offer because you're coming up as the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I feel like whatever this person is trying to sell you, you're not really having it. In the next position, we have your inner emotions, your fears and your dreams. There is a certain fear that you're having in January of communicating something heartbreaking. And this could just be delivering bad news. Let's just say you're choosing not to continue a relationship. It feels like you are very apprehensive about talking about this truth and being open with another person about this truth. But I mean, if you're truly feeling it, that person deserves to know. And then the outcome card is the Two of Wands. Can't make this up. The Two of Wands, the Nine of Wands, and again the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like Geminis, you're going on some kind of new, you're beginning some kind of new journey or something, and it's almost pulling on a lot of strength inside of you, because the Nine of Wands talks about being resilient, and in the wake of a new situation, sometimes we do need to be resilient because we're just like, we don't know how something's going to turn out, but we're stepping out on faith and trusting that things will be okay. But I feel like there's some kind of journey you're taking on your own, Nine of Pentacles, by yourself, and it's requiring you to be resilient. So if you're choosing to discontinue a relationship, to go on some personal journey of discovery, or just to take control of your life in some way, you're showing up as moving through the fear and doing it anyway because you know that that's what's best for you at this time. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Geminis in January 2022? The Fates. What an interesting card to come out. And as soon as I opened the guidebook for this oracle card, it opened on card number 17. So the essential meanings: fate, karma, acceptance that there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The relationship message: other people are who they are. You can't change them. The challenge is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so that you can remain in the relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. So guys, I really hope this message helps you. If it does, I suggest that you interact with all of this. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video. If you are listening on the podcast, share all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye.